Welcome back to Ask the Attorney with Kevin Kennedy from the Kennedy Law Firm in Clarksville. And we appreciate you being with us, even with the Titans on tonight.
They're rolling.
All right. We've got Baker here. Hi, Baker.
Hey.
Hello.
I just want to say I'm going to miss Mark Bellinger.
Yes.
And just want to let you and Kevin know that I'm going to really miss him. He was a good reporter.
He was a great reporter,
yes,
and thank you so much for that.
Thank
Very
you.
kind.
We will all miss Mark so much, and I know that they did some tributes at the 4, 5, and 6, and I'm sure they'll be doing stuff at the 10, but great reporter and good friend, and really kind of an institution in this newsroom. We've got Samantha here. Hi, Samantha.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, good. I have a 3-part question.
All right, hit it.
All right. Is it possible to have the term alimony in solido changed to say structured settlements?
Well, once it's in a final decree, and the final decree is 30 days old, meaning that's res judicata, meaning it's already been adjudged. And so alimony in solido, that's one of my subjects. I still hold the it's the Tennessee state law. It was my case, alimony in solido, alimony in futuro, and but once it's in there, it's going to be interpreted like that. Next.
All right, sorry about that. Okay, Samantha.
You got
next
another question.
Can a non-lawyer file a motion? We'll start with that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You can represent yourself. They do it all the time. I don't like that. At the law school, they said the lawyer who represents himself has a fool for a client and a fool for a lawyer. And I would never do that unless it was absolute emergency, no other way out.
But
Next
you can
question.
represent yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Did you
How
have
about
a
your
third
third question?
No, that's good. You did it.
Well, thank you.
I think we cut her
Appreciate
off
you
after the second
Okay.
team. All right. We've got Dave here. Hi, Dave.
Hello.
Yes.
I have a question about power of attorney and a will.
Okay.
Okay.
If the person that made the will and made the other another person their power of attorney,
Okay.
and they have been diagnosed with dementia,
Yes.
can the person with dementia, can they change the will or change the power of attorney?
Great question, and here's what the law is even if a person has dementia, if they have lucid moments, they have a right to rewrite their will. Now, as a standard, what we would do at the office, once someone's been diagnosed with dementia, we always have a doctor or 2 doctors come forward and say, yes, they can do this. They understand. Really, all you have to understand in Tennessee is what the extent of your property is and who your issue is, who would normally take. And if a doctor said this person has their mind, we take that doctor's statement and we roll whatever they want to do for whatever reason. And so you do run the risk, because I could write the will tonight, leave everything to Amy, and I could have a stroke and I'm not able to make those decisions. I could even give a power of attorney to someone, but it may not be legal because I didn't have the mental ability to give that. And you say, well, Kevin, they just did it in 3 days. That's right. That's why we have a lot of lawsuits. And if you're talking substantial property rights, you've got to advance your own cause.
All right. We have Joyce here. Hi, Joyce. How can we help you tonight?
Yes, I wanted to find out the terms of oh boy.
That's okay. We can come back to you if you need us to, Joyce.
Oh, thank you.
All right. We will put her on hold.
Yeah, you know, back to the will question. You know, we say it week after week. Go get a will. You know, it doesn't cost that much. It brings a lot of peace to your family. I also like to address, you know, all the hospitals now, they want a medical power of attorney.
Yeah.
Let me address that. That's a separate document than
And
a
they ask
powerful.
you that, at least both times when I went in to have my kids, they immediately asked me for my power of attorney right upon admission.
Yes.
And you're like
Yes.
having contractions, and it's the last thing you think about. But I did bring it with me.
Right. So that's one thing that if you don't have that, which most people do not, you should pursue it. Make a note of it tonight. And if you have people, everyone really should have a durable power of attorney. And what a durable power of attorney is, that even if I had a stroke tonight, I was able to give a durable power of attorney to Amy, and I trusted Amy, that Amy could conduct my affairs on. She knows I need to pay my mortgage. She knows I need to pay my car payment. She knows I need to pay my health insurance. She'd be a great help. And so I want to encourage you to get the durable power of attorney and the medical power of attorney for health care. If you don't have a will, do that.
And a living will, too, so
Yes,
there's
absolutely.
not an issue with that. All right, we've got Gerhardt, and then Joyce will come back to you. Hi, Gerhardt.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
There was two roads. One was the state of Tennessee, and the other was the state of California.
Okay.
So the state of Tennessee, the person was charged 30 years going to jail for the death of a boy. In the state of California, there was the death of a woman, but they weren't sentenced. Do the states have the same authorization to in court? And I think I've been listening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and each state has their own sentencing guidelines.
Absolutely. And you know, I'm right there at Fort Campbell, and we've had someone that was charged with a serious crime, and then we had someone charged on Fort Campbell, which is a
Wow.
federal reservation with a serious crime, and y'all can just guess which one is the most serious. Well, in state, I was able to work the Kevin Kennedy dance, and we got probation and we got away. And then on that federal, we have the federal guidelines. And you say, Kevin, that is not fair. It's not even 5 miles difference between the locations. And I said, yes, I recognize that. I just do what I can within the laws where we are, but there is a big difference. And yeah, and I like for people, there's a big difference in counties too. So I've said that.
Yeah, definitely. Just local rules always matter. And
Personalities are part of this too. You're going to run into some that's really hardcore, straight down, because the sentencing guidelines are so wide open. They can say, well, I'll give you probation or I'll give you a year in jail. Well, that's a big deal.
yeah. All right, we're going to try to go back to Joyce here. Hi, Joyce.
Hi.
Okay, Joyce.
How can we help you?
I wanted to find out what are the obligations of a person that has that's a trustee.
Okay,
Somebody make them a trustee or something. Could you explain that?
I will. And when you become a trustee, you're in a fiduciary capacity. And so there's a higher standard for you because someone has placed trust in you. So you carry on some responsibility, you carry on some liability. If I were to make her the trustee over my trust, well, guess what? Amy can't go buy a new car and go buy 2 or 3 vacations and a mink coat and a diamond ring. She has breached the fiduciary duty she
And I have a
had.
duty of care and
Yes.
loyalty to you.
Yes, so you have to, what would a reasonable person do? And then actually the trust document gives that trustee their powers. If you abuse the powers, believe me, somebody can bring a lawsuit and hold you responsible. And if you were to actually steal money from the trust, that's a criminal offense, and the state of Tennessee could prosecute you with the Attorney General.
All right. Well, we've gotten to lots of calls today. We're going to put Kevin's information on the screen in a little bit, but it's been another great show with lots of calls.
Yeah,
today.
and we always love for you to call. So much of the time, I didn't have this as a benefit. If I was a law student, I would sit here and watch them because I like the big picture of law, and then I like to concentrate on what does this statute really say. And a lot that we've shared here has some big pictures, some theories. And remember this, the theory in the law is always be honest. If someone's trying to be deceptive or doing something underhanded, it's usually against the law.
Yeah. Well, we hope it helps. We'll be back in a few minutes.